Hello. Recently my colleague Paula Bennett announced a range of measures that the government is taking to increase protection for New Zealand's most vulnerable children. Many of us are all too familiar with the names and stories of some of these children, including some who died at the hands of the very people who should have protected them. There are many more stories of tragedy and misery that never make the news. Every year there are literally thousands of cases of abuse and neglect. Despairing as this situation is, ours is not a government of hand-wringers. We front up to the hard issues, and the plights of some of these children make it essential that we do so. Paula Bennett said that she thinks the most important work she will do as a minister is included in the Children's Action Plan, and I agree. You can read more about our initiatives on the Children's Action Plan website, but in summary, there are a few key measures that we think are vital. One is that courts will be given new civil orders to place on adults who pose a high risk of abusing children. Those orders mean that some people won't be allowed to live with children or go to the place where children gather. Another step is that when parents with a history of the worst extremes of abuse have a new child, welfare workers won't have to wait till something goes wrong before they assess that child's safety. We'll reverse the burden of proof so those parents have to prove that their child is going to be safe. On a different level, the heads of health, education, justice, the police and the Ministry of Social Development will together have to ensure they are improving the well-being of vulnerable children, and they'll be accountable to ministers on that. And we're going to introduce minimum standards for screening and vetting of more than 370,000 people who actually work with kids, including teachers and other school staff. There are more measures too. We're taking them because when our most vulnerable children can't look to the people around them to protect them, then it's our job, and we are determined to make a difference.